Shorty, why your ugly ass always in people business?
One, what you say, what you got? We back again with another episode of That Ain't My Business.
But let's talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm here today, once again, with Nesto, the big dog, and I got Iceberg.
Peg, you know I'm in the building, baby. You know.
I was Iceberg first. But we got a special guest in here. We got D Ford.
Yo, yo.
From D Ford Entertainment, a big pillar in this community. She do a lot for a lot of people in this community behind scenes that a lot of people don't know. And I appreciate you for coming here with me today. I love the earrings.
Thank you very much.
And y'all know who I am. It's me, the myth, the legend, FTF Ugly Man. You heard me? And we about to get into some business. So next though.
We about to get into some political business, some local political business, you heard me?
Okay.
Shit finna get sticky, you heard me?
Shit gonna get sticky.
Yeah, shit finna get sticky. We finna go and get right into it too, you heard me? We ain't wasting no time.
Don't have nobody grandchildren hit me in the back of the head while I'm walking to the bus stop.
Well, a city council meeting took place last week and the shit hit the fan at the meeting, you heard me?
Ooh, let's talk about it.
We finna let the people hear it first. Here we go.
Members have decided they will fire me today, and my intention is not to try to sway anyone's vote. My goal is to show the public why Shreveport can't keep young, talented professionals. You have not heard any council member speak negatively about my overall work performance, my skill set, the quality of the work I produce, or my professionalism. Instead, you've only heard baseless allegations of wrongdoing without so much as an ounce of evidence, all meant to be an assassination of my character. 6 months ago, 5 council members approved my confirmation because they were confident in my ability to do this job. Councilman Butcher or Talaferro didn't vote for me, but I gave them my word that I'd work for them as I would every other council member, and I have. Councilwoman Bowman told me I shouldn't do shit for them. However, I told her I would work as hard for them as I did for everyone else, and I kept my word. Anything I provide to all council members, they are included. And anything they've requested from me, I've provided. Neither of them can truthfully tell you anything differently. In fact, I have emails and recall multiple conversations with Councilman Talaferro where he has thanked me for my efforts, for me looking out for him, for providing him with necessary information, and for a job well done. Less than a month ago, after I was publicly humiliated for receiving a raise that I knew nothing about until after it had been given, Councilman Brooks came to my office and told me how great of a job I'm doing and how impressed he was with my knowledge and ability to promptly respond to council members anytime any of them has a question. So imagine my surprise this past Friday when he asked the deputy clerk to add my employment status to the council agenda because he intends to fire me. He nor my other employers had the courtesy to come to me with any of their issues before going public. I even called each of them in hopes of finding out what the problem was because no one has spoken to me. Council members Brooks, Busher, Talaferro, and Bowman did not answer, nor have any of them returned my phone call. I'd also like to add that since the day I started, not one of my bosses has given me any sort of counseling, performance review, or verbal or written warning of any sort, yet they are moving to fire me. I can't help but think this termination is the result of a series of instances where I either spoke out against something I didn't agree with or rejected invitations that I believed were inappropriate. Around the time that I was confirmed, I attended a dinner where Councilwoman Bowman allowed Councilman Brooks to say the word nigga. I gave him pushback in that moment and let him know that it wasn't okay for him to use that word. Yet Councilwoman Bowman said nothing. There was also another council member and his wife present. The other council member stated he didn't hear it, but his wife did, and she was so upset that she left. When I later questioned Councilwoman Bowman about why she remained silent, she told me he was a different type of white guy, and she wasn't going to say anything because she may need him later. I guess she was right because she was able to convince him to take lead on firing a young black woman so that she wouldn't have to be the face of it. Prior to that, Brooks had told me that black women like him and other white men can't get away with the same things that he could with black women. In that same conversation, he told me he hardly ever comes to the council office, but now that I'm working here, he may come more often. I blew off his comments initially, thinking maybe he had too much to drink. But after hearing him say the N-word, I knew he thought he could say and do whatever he wanted. After this, anytime Councilwoman Bowman asked me to join her and Councilman Brooks for drinks, I declined. When Councilman Brooks texted me past work hours, asking me if I was home or getting out tonight, I did not respond until the next morning. When he asked me on multiple occasions to join him at his bar for steak and drinks, I always declined. I also didn't
It's a
accept
white dude?
Councilwoman Bowman's invitation when she asked me to go to
this nigga
Dallas
get
with her and
juicy.
Councilman Brooks, stating she was going to make him take us shopping. It's clear that at one point these council members were fond of me. In fact, Councilman Brooks was so comfortable with me.
Quiet the noise, please.
In fact, Councilman Brooks was so comfortable with me that he told me he was previously in business with a young black man who he knew was a drug dealer, but he didn't care because he was making money off of the young man. He told me the only reason he cut ties with the young man is because he received a heads up that the young man was being investigated by the feds. I told him nothing about that was okay, and I guess that's what privilege does for you. Likewise, the last time Councilman Brooks asked me to create legislation for him, he told me he wanted me to draft an ordinance that he knew would only affect Club Hayes and piss them off. I told him he probably shouldn't intentionally create something that he knows will target and negatively impact one business, especially since he's a business owner himself. I subsequently spoke with the city attorney's office about the proposed legislation. He never came to me for legislation again. It seems Councilman Brooks' opinion of me may have changed because he doesn't like to be challenged or rejected. However, I will never apologize for speaking out against something I know is wrong. I also won't compromise my standards and integrity by engaging in what I believe is inappropriate behavior just to please someone, even if that someone is my boss. Councilwoman Bowman has been vocal about her disapproval of me speaking with RJ about his job performance. She has a problem with me speaking directly to him about his work, yet she was okay with telling me
black
how
or white?
messy his clothes look, how bad his hygiene is, how he acts like a female at times, and how she knows he just sits in his office and does nothing. I never commented on these statements when she made them, but instead I made it very clear to her that any issue I have with RJ will be strictly based on his job performance, not anything petty or personal. The only reason I bring these things up now is because it appears I am being punished because I didn't go along with everything these council members have said or done. I'm being professionally punished for personal reasons. In the past month, multiple people have told me that they've asked Councilwoman Bowman what her problem is with me, and her response has been, I just don't like that bitch, with no other explanation. Despite knowing this, I've continued to be nothing but professional towards her, respecting her as I do any of my employers. However, it is apparent to me that people in positions of leadership are allowing personal feelings, pride, and even race to get in the way of what's right. I've been accused of having an overinflated ego. I suppose that is because I have an opinion. I don't just sit down, shut
must
up,
got a
and
fat
take whatever
ass.
people try to feed me. And because I walk around with my head high, even when some people do all they can to tear me down. I
cute.
unapologetically use my
I've
voice.
tried to fuck her too.
As the founder of a nonprofit in this city, I have young girls who look like me, growing up in similar circumstances as I did, who count on my voice because at times it's the only voice they have speaking up for them. If you knew my story and what I went
you
through
can
to
cut
get
it
to
out.
where
I
I
think you
am
cut it out now.
today,
That shit long,
maybe
cut
you
it
would
out.
understand
It's
why I
almost
walk
done.
and
It's
talk the
almost
way that I
done.
do. I don't know why my confidence intimidates or offends certain people, but I will not shrink myself to make others around me feel more comfortable, nor will I ever apologize for being secure in the gifts God placed inside of me. I love Shreveport and I love working for this city, but as I stated before, I'm not begging to stay in this position. Today, my goal is simply to lay out the facts for the public and let you all draw your own conclusions as to why you think these council members are now pushing for me to be fired. Each council member must decide what side of this you want to be on and vote with your conscience. To those council members who have continuously supported me and believe in my ability to help make Shreveport a better place, thank you. Serving under your leadership has been a true honor.
All right, before I go off, give that young lady a round of applause. And before I go any further, get that white boy a booty look. Get that nigga a booty look.
Booty loop,
A good booty look.
booty loop.
All right, now look. Before I ask you your opinion, me personally, I'm looking at the video. Y'all know I'm an asshole. Yeah. I've been trying to bone her ass too. I'm just gonna be honest. And basically, if she would have fucked the crowd, cause she probably still had a job. But this what got me. They fired her cause she got a raise they ain't know about. The white boy was trying to pay for it and she didn't see it.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. You hear me? I'm just look. Let's just be real.
I don't think he did no wrong.
He been fucking them little young black girls that's been city councilman down there for the longest. He basically told her that I do what other white men can't do. That mean them other white men ain't soliciting themselves to them young black women city councilman. But I respect her for that,
gonna call
though.
him
He a
G.
new
White.
city councilman.
Yeah,
No, he
yeah.
ain't.
You not?
No.
He knew he just took Levette Fuller's seat.
But he not new in the political game. He ain't new in none of that. He's been in the political game. He owned a whole lot of businesses downtown, so he got a whole lot of influence.
So, okay.
Oh, I agree with that. I'm just saying because he was like he been paying them bitches now. And I'm like,
He
yeah.
been paying them. He own
wouldn't
everything
say that.
downtown. He trying to
Nah,
get...
probably downtown. He probably flexed
They
his
need to
muscle
call him G. White.
His name G.
with
White
Black
from now
Girl
on.
or
That's G.
whatever.
White.
White boy, if I ever see you, I'ma bust your ass.
I don't think there's any respected person. Can I give my
Go ahead,
Yeah,
baby. Go ahead.
So as a black woman in the city who has experienced, sexism, sexual, advances, all that other type of stuff, I got to give her applause and her accolades because one thing about it in Shreveport, or not just a Shreveport thing, one thing about it is most time, if we go all the way back to slavery, we were enslaved because one of us sold the next person out.
Yeah.
Right? And so she could have easily just conformed and went shopping or smashed old boy or did whatever it was. But if she had done that, she would not have been able to speak out and say what the hell is going on, because what she did was expose a whole lot of dirty political stuff that goes on in the city that needs to be exposed. The powers that be do what they want to do because they can.
And that's why the
just
city
not
fucked
fair.
up.
Y'all say he a big dog, ain't it?
Well, he's a city councilman and he owns
Y'all
business.
man, check on y'all people, man.
You know what I'm
that's,
saying?
That's the same one I was telling y'all about last
Yeah,
week.
you were just talking about that.
Yeah,
We were just talking about him.
yeah.
And this shit come out.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
So
What were y'all saying about him last week?
I was just basically saying about how he deal in certain industries that may or may not be legal.
Legal, yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So basically you got a white boy that's a hood nigga. He doing some dirty shit.
That ain't
but
my problem though. I'm sorry.
Go ahead,
that
go
ain't,
ahead.
that ain't
He
my
said
problem.
nigga.
That ain't even my problem, right? That's not my problem. My problem, I take extreme offense to the role that this black woman playing.
yeah.
That's the part that and I was so surprised when I heard about it or whatever, and I heard it was the council, and I'm like, how it didn't make sense to me because I know we got Tabitha, I know we got a whole black city council.
Hell yeah.
And I'm trying to see who on the city council could possibly be going at Shenerica. Like, I'm trying to understand it. And so I'm going through my list, and Bowman was not even one of the people that
Her name Shenerica.
Uh-huh.
She ain't never have a chance.
But she did have
When
a
your
chance.
name got that many syllables, I'm surprised they had
She
her.
took that's what I'm saying. She got but she is amazing at what she does. So
Yeah.
they told me off the bat. He didn't know what. Neither one of them knew who they was playing with because old girl legit for real.
And you could
tell.
tell. You could tell.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You could tell they haven't had very many conversations with her
Yeah.
or anything. But I just didn't like the role that that the black woman played in it. Like I don't have a personal relationship with Ursula, but we have had some communication in passing, and she's always
Ain't no
been-
family like big up in politics.
Yeah,
like a whole family.
Her husband
Her
was
husband.
before her, and his
She took-
mother
And his
was
mother,
before
yeah,
him.
Correct.
But okay. So my question to y'all too, because I know you're an activist, and from me being around you, long as I've been around you, Dorian, and being around certain people, like, why do you think that she's doing it?
I'm gonna tell you like this. From what I know, basically, Ursula is really mad about she mad about her husband. You know, she feel like she going at Shenerica behind her husband. I guess her husband kind of got some type of attraction for her. But from what I've heard is that everybody down there got attraction for her because they heard about her sex game or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying none of them did anything with her. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they've heard about her sex game.
Shreveport
and
is
it's supposed to
small.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be what it do. But my thing,
That don't
my
give
thing
them
is
the
this,
right
it-
to
not,
do
not
that
at all.
shit.
That
Not,
don't have nothing.
not
That
at
shouldn't
all.
have nothing to do with nothing.
Nah. This matter of fact, it make it even more unethical.
Well, look, we
But,
in the ratchet. That's some ratchet shit.
But
Exactly.
this is my thing here, and I don't get me wrong. Listen to me clearly. I support Shenerica and everything she's doing. I feel like Gary Brooks. He what he did was so egregious that he deserved a recall.
Yeah.
Ursula, she's in the same boat.
Yeah.
But what I want us to start doing is if we find ourselves in these situations, then let's not wait till our job is on the line before we call ourselves trying to air out
Speak
the
on it
business
immediately.
because that make it seem selfish. And the reason I say that is this: you could have went through the Whistleblowers Act, and that might would have protected your job. You see what I'm saying?
You know what I think happened?
Instead of waiting until it's too late, and now they done voted you out with a 4-3 vote, and that's gonna be hard to fight in court, being that 2 of those people were not part of any of the allegations that you made,
But
that voted you out.
Let me say
And
this.
they arguing based on process because James Green put up for the
But I did this. No matter what the situation was, even if she would have said something at the beginning, the alternative would have still been the same because their money is longer than hers. They have more lineage with the political shit in the city because one of them, you might as well say he a rich white boy and he can grease palms because these people out here do take under the table.
Are we sure that she didn't go through
Yeah,
the process,
okay, yeah,
right?
true.
Because she did say she did. I did.
Oh
hear
yeah,
her
okay,
say
yeah,
that she
yeah.
never spoke publicly about it, right?
She said, but she went to the proper people.
So, but I'm wondering if she didn't speak on it publicly because of the fact, and I don't know. I'm just playing devil's advocate, but I totally agree with you. As Black people, you know, that's something that we got it bad. We don't want to talk about family ties or bad stuff because out of the sake of, you know, we don't want to ruffle anybody's feathers or we kind of want to play it cool. So we definitely have to stand up and speak out more. And just knowing, like I said, I don't have a close relationship with Shanerica, just have done some dealings with her with community work and stuff like that. And just knowing the educational background, I can't see her not, or I can't say I can't see her, but I'm wondering if she did go through the HR channels and all the other stuff. Because, you know, if you do that, or if you go through the act that you were speaking of, if you do that and then you come out and speak publicly about it, you're basically killing your case. So I'm glad that you said that, but I wonder if maybe she did do it that way, but just couldn't speak on it.
Well, I'm gonna enlighten you. I was on a phone call. Some people might not know I was on the phone call, but I was on a phone call, and basically,
I'm gonna start wearing a mask when I'm sitting next to you, cause I'm liable to walk to the bus stop and somebody gonna hit me in my motherfucking head. But keep going, you my boy, I love you.
Hey man, that's why.
Don't worry about it.
That's why this Louisiana, baby.
Yeah,
That's all I'm gonna
we
say.
ain't tripping. Go ahead.
Hey, but you know, and that question came up. You know, why did you wait until now to put that out there? And basically, it was something along the lines of livelihood. You know, these people will attack your livelihood. They play dirty. You know what I'm saying? Along those lines, which I understand, but that's a part of
Politics.
Yeah, that's a part of when you got to stand for something. You just got to stand for it. You got to take those hits. And like I said, if you went through the proper channels, then all right, say they did fire you still. Yeah. Then that makes your lawsuit even stronger.
She got a lawsuit regardless.
Yeah, she got a lawsuit.
Man, you know what I think is the cause all this
and
is?
the reason I don't think her lawsuit is gonna be as strong as we think it is.
Shit.
I'm finna tell you why. Process. The way she was put through to be hired, and I'm not saying she wasn't good for the job. That's not what I'm saying at all. I believe she was. I believe all this is wrong. But the way James Green put her through, it wasn't the correct way that they usually do things.
Why you think
But
James
they wouldn't
Green?
be able to use that though.
Why? But listen, why you think he put her through like that?
I mean,
Because he know what he know.
You heard the word?
He ain't know shit. James Green ain't that bright. Look, we had a 4-3.
Oh man, they gonna get me.
Yeah, we had a 4-3 council until Ursula flipped on us. That's why she was supposed to be on our side.
That's why I was appalled. I didn't know who. I was trying to figure out. Like,
she was
wait a
supposed to
minute,
be on
where,
our
how,
side.
why?
Now this, and I'm finna show you.
You know what
this
that
is
means.
what they.
That white boy
This
gave her
is the
that bag.
biggest problem of her flipping though. This is what people don't understand. We got bonds coming up. 80% of that money is going to white, majority white neighborhoods, right? And with Gary Brooks and Ursula Bowman supporting the Republicans and the mayor on this proposal, then they're basically selling out the constituents that put them in office.
Yeah.
Flashback. They've been doing that shit since they first been doing it.
We haven't always had this majority. We first got this majority in 2018 with Levette being the swing vote. Sometimes she went this way, sometimes she went that way. Now we're at a disadvantage when we put them. This was our first time we got them.
Yeah.
Okay, we got four Democrats, even though one of them was white. You know what I'm saying? But he's still a Democrat. We expected him on most things to ride with us.
Yeah, so we was the majority.
Right.
But you know where the fuck you at?
But now
You in Louisiana.
they done played a role reverse on us to where they got us. They put the banana in
They
the
gave it a
tailpipe.
bag.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
gave it a bag.
And I don't disagree. I don't think this just far-fetched, the fact you saying they gave her the bag. That's why when she talking about investigating the pay raises, and we say, well, okay, well, let's investigate everybody. Let's investigate the mayor because he gave pay raises too. Well, then they got quiet.
You see, she said, I'm going to make them take her shopping.
Yeah.
They swingers.
But you know what I think the cause of all this? This the Manigault effect. Manigault came home and that ratchet shit
shit
started back
You hear me?
happening. The city
Welcome
back,
home
baby.
to the king,
We
you
back.
heard me?
The city back.
The ratchet stuff ain't never stopped.
And everything I'm saying,
But it wasn't wide open like
preface
this.
Everything that I'm saying is alleged. Because they not already called me talking crazy.
Yeah.
Everything I'm saying is alleged.
Well, why you want to allegedly get me hit in the head with a brick?
So let me ask you this: so what do we do to fix this? How do we get ourselves? Can we get ourselves out of this situation? Because this is my issue with everything that's going on. As a semi-young professional in Shreveport, this is the exact same way. This is the exact same reason why so many people getting the hell up out of Shreveport the first opportunity they get. This is why you got major people who have the ability to run major corporations, and they're going to Dallas. They're going to. When I was down South Louisiana, they showed mad love.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
it's
They
mad
together.
acceptance. It is mad unity, and they ain't gonna uphold your bullshit. They gonna pull away when you give them a reason to. But off the dump, just for me looking and saying, I don't like the way my husband look at you, so now I'm gonna end your career. How do we do that? How do we get away from that in politics? It's another reason why you got people like me. I don't know about you. You probably should go into politics, but I have every capability to be extremely good in politics, right? But I'll never do that shit because I'm not gonna play them fake political games that they play. People got to go. You come with me and some of that stuff, your mama got to put on a black dress, right? But you shouldn't have to go through all that just to try and help the people.
I know. I know what to solve it. Remember what I told you last time? I need all the
I know you're gonna say something.
I need all the sex workers, the hoes, the pimps, the prostitutes, all the dope boys that's not ratting, even if you're ratting, because it's for a good cause. I need the dope boys, the prostitutes, the pimps. I need y'all to start buying the politicians. That's the only way the shit gonna change. This white boy bought a politician.
Hey, it was crazy. It's a little truth to what you're saying.
Nigga, this shit is true.
That is the biggest thing, and that's why
Contribution. So if I contribute to your campaign, I'm contributing. So once you get in office, if I want a certain bill passed, or I want a certain what they call this shit when you can build shit and all that shit.
Infrastructure.
I want a certain permit. Guess what?
Okay, yeah.
You gonna help our agenda get through because we paid for you to
the
get
game.
here.
That's
the
the
game.
Yeah, and that's why
It costs
if
a
y'all
half
know-
$1 billion to run for president
Y'all-
for a job that pays $400,000 a year.
Look,
Come on,
y'all
what the
know-
fuck?
now look,
The
now
money
peep
ain't in the
this. Y'all
salary.
know, y'all
The
know.
money in the other shit.
Look, y'all know me and Breaker kind of like this. Y'all know
Who?
Breaker. Y'all know we kind of like
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. That's my
Y'all
people.
know me and MJ talk probably every day as well, right? And we don't agree on a lot of things, right? But this is the thing. One thing I do understand is what you're saying right now, and that's dealing with economics. So what we're trying to do is build a political pact to where we can bring all the black money in together and basically do exactly what you're saying.
But black people, biggest problem, black people don't know how to agree to disagree and move on for the bigger vision. We do not know how to do that shit for nothing in the world.
I agree, but
Because
we gotta
it's
do it. But we gotta
Power.
do it.
It's a power struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even with our politicians, that's a lot. That's the thing with our politicians too. Some of it don't even be about money; it be about status. It's just the fact of like I'm in this position, so it's like they feel good just to.
You think I should run for city council?
Yes. I feel like Bernie
Don't
Sanders,
vote for nothing.
Look,
vote for something.
Hold on,
ugly man.
Bernie Sanders said this. He said, "Look, I done been in Congress for
80
decades
years.
among decades, right?
He need to die.
Nah, Bernie.
I'm thinking you talking about what's the boy name? The president. I'm talking about Biden. My bad.
He say, look at here. I've seen the people in Congress. If you think you don't know enough to run for office, run for office. Them people don't be that smart. They just, for one, watch this. Our city council, just watch the amount of legislation they pass. Little to none. Them people don't even really know how to write legislation. That's what I'm telling you, these people are stupid.
But look.
And they think they smarter
Listen,
than
I'm
everybody
finna
else.
say,
though.
dog, how I know you ain't lying.
You saying the people
That's
ain't got their
what's
GED?
No. Listen, how I know you ain't lying,
Gotta have
dog.
a GED.
Listen,
Gotta have some
listen. How I know you ain't lying. We got a $500 million road construction budget.
But look at them.
We had meth in our water for 2 fucking years, nigga. You feel me?
Allegedly.
That's probably why.
No, that wasn't allegedly. They admitted to
That's
it.
probably where all that gray hair coming from.
Hell yeah. I drink a cup of water every day.
Look, and what's funny with the meth in the water, because I always talk about it. But look, a lot of people don't realize
I cheer and dope babies.
the way that our water used to clean the little treatment facility.
The black lady mayor fucked up the money.
It got when they came and did the little health inspection, they was rating everything. We got so many fucking F's, like it wasn't funny. So although it's never come out like there's literally meth in the drinking water.
So that ain't what I heard on the news. I know what I heard.
No, you heard there was meth in the wastewater. But
no, they said meth in the water.
But the wastewater is the water that's treated to come back through the drinking water.
How the milk get in there? Somebody flush their shit?
Man, I don't
Steve
know
Prater?
motherfuckers flashing it or
Caucasian
shitting it out. Like, I don't know what that go. But it's meth in the water.
I blame Joe Biden.
So, but I said that to say it's not far-fetched to think that there is literal meth in the drinking water.
And y'all wonder why these niggas and these children running around here killing like that. Shit, it's the wild.
And if you shower in that water get through your pores the same way.
But check this out.
So in that case, should nobody fail a drug test because literally it's not our fault.
And what's not funny is this here. They if you go back a couple decades ago when crime was real spiked high, they traced it to lead being in the water, right?
Yeah. Okay.
When they cleaned up the lead, if you look at the numbers of violent crime started to go down. So if you matched it just like, okay, if there's meth in the water, then it's not hard to believe that something similar is going on, especially in an impoverished city like Shreveport, Louisiana.
But you know what's crazy? Black people outnumber every other race in this city. You hear me? And we the worst off.
We ain't got no power. We might outnumber it, but we don't own
can't
shit.
stick together for nothing.
True that too.
We can't. There's this one finger can't do a whole lot, but the fist you put all five together is gonna bring a more mighty blow.
You wanna know who I blame for that?
I can tell you.
Joe Biden.
I know. Of
Yeah, everything Biden fault.
It's Biden fault.
Joe Biden. Yeah. But the thing about it is, and that's the real problem. We blaming everybody else for our goddamn problem instead of blaming us for our problem. The fact that everybody want to be a chief, don't nobody want to be an Indian. If I don't agree with you, I take that personally. When no two people are the same, everybody's gonna feel differently about something. Why not try to understand why you feel the way you feel? Because you might be enlightened to something that my brain ain't even been introduced to. So I love opposition because I be trying to figure out, well, why you think the way you think, and I be thinking the way that I think. But people in Shreveport, they take it offensively.
Yeah.
If you don't agree with what they agree with, if you don't want to do it the way they want to do it, they take it offensive, and you become their enemy. And it's like, wait a minute, how am I your? And that's the whole situation that happened with the Shenerica situation. It's jealousy. Jealousy is horrible. Those green eyes will have you doing stupid shit that you don't. Brooks, he ain't got nothing. If I feel that if Ursula would not have added fuel to that fire, he would have. I mean, he maybe wouldn't have, stopped with the inappropriate advances.
He was trying to get that pussy. We just gonna put it out there.
He wanted to fuck.
He was trying to
I
fuck.
wanted to fuck, but
G wasn't trying to
He
get.
definitely probably was, but at the same time, if you come to me because you want to fuck my homegirl and I stop you, or not my homegirl, somebody that I know, but I stop you at bay, then I'm keeping you off of her. But you're doing is prostituting this girl, telling her to just say what he do so we can go shopping in Dallas, nigga.
Yeah.
You want me to sell my pussy and my soul for Dallas?
Yeah, nah.
Dallas got some expensive stores.
You
man.
gotta at least take me to Las Vegas or something.
I'm just saying, we're going to Dallas to fly out, but that's my thing about it. If we're going to be, if I'm gonna be excited about something, I ain't gonna be excited about it too
Hell
much.
no.
She don't want to suck that pink dick no way.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
She don't want to do that.
it looked like a dog penis.
Nah. That woman went to Bird High School. Bird be freaks.
Yeah. But dig this, but
This nigga know the whole big.
But listen, but see, hold on.
you gotta do my homework.
You want to know why though? That's because like when I was coming up in high school, Southwood, Northwood, Captain Shreve, they were the sedity hole war. Them hoes was sedity, but they were nasty as a motherfucker. You hear me? I'm sorry, baby mom.
They were freaks.
They were nasty.
But look.
But why is what's between her legs and her capabilities? Why is that even a piece of the conversation?
Hold on. You want to know why?
I don't.
Hold on.
That's unfair to me.
Listen, you want to know why I did this, and I'm finna sum it up for you. The same way back in slavery days when the white master wife used to sneak off and come get the black man for the big dick. No, just now follow me. I mean, I'm not gonna articulate it like y'all and use y'all words. I'm gonna put it how I'm gonna put it. You hear me? But look, the same way them white hoes you sneak off. You hear me? and they wanted the big dick. Say he used that because she the power, and he got to get her out of here because she didn't want to give him that power. That's what it was. She young, black, vibrant, very educated.
She hurt that man feelings, man.
And that's all it
he
was.
He used to getting everything he
He a
want.
white boy got
And
his
she
feelings
said-
hurt, and it's sad.
His parents been telling him, yeah.
But
all
do you
his
see?
life.
But do you see how powerful the black woman is in this
I
country?
know.
But
how
what
powerful
she-
it is.
Like you see that?
I do. I know.
All
how
she
powerful
did,
it is.
all she did, and this is why she got a big case. The women are the majority in this country. You heard me? And they run this shit. You heard me?
And
Don't
black
run
women,
Shreveport.
and
And
black
black-
women are the most educated.
And black women are the most educated. So dig this: if she file a lawsuit or they don't give her job back, it's gonna be hell. You heard me?
One thing, and this the thing, like, cause I was talking to Eugene, my partner Eugene out of Baton Rouge. He always tell me, he say, "Look here, man. One thing I can't stand about
Man, Eugene get a
Shreveport."
gun. He gonna get us
He
fucked
said,
up.
He said one thing I can't stand about Shreveport is y'all never come together
On shit.
nothing.
That's why
And-
nobody in South Louisiana fuck with us.
Yeah. He said, but I'm gonna tell you this. One thing about Shreveport, you can go out there, you can take somebody, mama, slap the fuck out of them, put a boot up their ass. I'm talking about kill the black dudes, the cheering. I'm talking about a nigga can hang. They can hang a black young boy right now, and I would put my money that Shreveport ain't gonna do shit.
I don't agree with you with that shit. You must ain't heard of gang gang.
I done been out. The gang only kill black people.
Did
Look,
this.
look,
Listen,
I done been on the front line many times. I never see that many
Why
people.
is
Let 'em-
that?
hold on.
Why do you feel that is?
Hold on, let them fuck around and kill the wrong youngster. You kill one of them gang youngsters, them little dudes. Let me tell you something. That generation is the most powerful generation in the world. You wanna know why? Cause they ain't scared of shit, but they mental fucked
But the
up
police?
because they led wrong. Let the police kill the wrong youngster in this city. I man, them little
Let them
dudes.
kill
It just
city
happened.
street pool.
Ain't nothing
It's
gonna
happened.
happen.
It's happened a couple of times.
No. They ain't killed. They ain't killed the right youngster. Let them go up there and
But
Cooper.
why-
Let them go up there and Cooper Road kill one of them youngsters.
Ain't nothing gonna happen.
Shit, it's gonna be a water. They gonna never
just
stop.
was all through Peach. They just took half the Peach to Bossier City Max.
But you,
Scared the hell out of me. I was on my way to work.
Say, man, hey, my baby mama live up there. I was up there getting my daughter. And just as many as they took to jail, they're just as many still out there. Fuck you talking about?
And why them many that was out there ain't stopping from taking them to jail? Cause them the police, they ain't fucking with the police.
I bet the police ain't firing damn fucking bullet.
If they would have, wasn't nothing going
Man, all right, you think it's a game?
I know it's a game.
Right.
Man, these people hopping out in the middle of the street at the club in front of the police.
Though.
Not at the
They
police.
not shooting at the police.
They not shooting at the police, but they
not
showing
at
the
the
police.
police.
We don't give a damn, man. This
Them ain't the
Shreveport.
same type of police you talking about.
This Shreveport, man. Come on,
Them
man.
patrol
that's
officers
what
you
I'm
talking
saying.
Yeah,
about.
we
This
talking
Shreveport.
about.
They talking
we
about ATL.
Yes.
The patrol officers you talking about.
Yeah, I'm talking about
They
the
talking
patrol.
about agents.
Oh yeah, you talking about federal
We
agents?
talking official.
Talking about top of the shelf. You talking about the little bottom feeders.
Oh, God, okay,
You
yeah.
talking about niggas out there that
You
ain't
talking about motorcycle
inspecting
cop.
So again, what is it that it takes? We talk about how Shreveport is divisive, how much division is here, how from the political standpoint to the hood niggas ain't nobody doing. Will we ever be on the same page? Will we ever? Because Shreveport got a whole lot of powerful ass people that's talented. No matter no matter what the genre, what area it is,
Man.
we got people that are amazing in those areas.
But don't worry
right?
about it, cause I'm finna get us there.
But do you think what does it take? Are we gonna ever be on the same page? I think that our identity is lost. So until we find a Shreveport identity, we're gonna continue.
No, when we get our identity back.
So, but what do we do? Let's talk through it, like for real. Let's come with some solutions.
This my thing here. I feel like as long as they able to keep us uneducated the way they do, then because these matters aren't really concerning to most people at all. Only reason that people are interested in Shenerica because it's messy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's something to talk about. Yeah, it's just something
We
to talk
sure
about.
talk about it.
Motherfuckers, when George Floyd got killed, everybody in Shreveport was talking about what they would do if it happened here. It
I went and I had popped me 3 pills
about
and
6,
got my
7
roll on.
times, 7, 8 times, and ain't nothing happened. All right, but you said, will it ever? All right, I want everybody to take this with however you take it. All right, in order for certain things, you got to have negative reinforcements and positive reinforcements, right? All right. I'm going to let everybody else be the positive reinforcement because me, based on what I've seen and being out here and preaching and trying to get niggas to come along with me and talk this, I don't think we gonna ever come together until we back in slavery or some shit. Like, I think the war is lost. I got no hope. Like, I just do this shit in spite of. Like, real talk, I do this shit in spite of thinking I'm doomed and everything. Like, I think one of these days they gonna be able to fuck me over, and ain't nobody gonna do nothing when they do fuck me over. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the way I look at it. I don't think, I mean, if you can tell me something that can bring us together, then I would love to, I would be interested in it, and I will work with you or whoever the case may be to try to do this. But honestly, I don't think Shreveport got a fighting chance when it come to niggas.
I'm gonna speak. Ooh-wee. I get it. I understand. I feel you. But from my perspective and how I look at it, this woman sitting right here, you heard me? She basically saved my life because I was at a point like, fuck it. And yeah, we can come together because she showed me that. And this is how she showed me that, you heard me? I done seen her go in her pocket and do shit for homeless people, no cameras, no nothing. And the people that was out there with her, helping her, you heard me, was people from different places. You feel me? Different organizations, you know what I mean? Like different shit, no cameras, no nothing. It can happen. We just got to I ain't gonna say put the right person in power. What we gotta do is, we gotta figure out which persons, you feel me? Cause it ain't gonna be like a front runner for the Republicans, boom, shit, he there. Now, it gonna take a group of us as black people because for some strange reason we act like we can't think on our own.
Well, tell me
so
what
it's gonna take a group.
Tell me what you think about this, because I was talking with Brika and she was talking about
Brika
creating like hood communities. Basically, you have a couple people from each hood.
Yeah.
You know, big dogs from each hood. You know what I'm saying? And you work through them. Basically.
You know, it used to be like, if a lot of y'all, lot of motherfuckers don't know, the feds took a lot of people to jail, but we had
do it again too.
The neighborhoods was like that at first. Dead ass serious.
But my thing is this: how do you do that when it's not like that anymore? When everything is like
me.
Even back then, you had hoods. Now you don't even really got hoods. You got cliques, and some of them cliques don't even be organized within one hood.
So I think that's one of the problems, right? One of the problems is that we deviated from neighborhoods and we went to hoods.
Yeah.
When we went from neighborhood, we took the neighbor out of it. We took the family out of it. We took the respect out of it. We took the love out of it. How do we get back to that place? And when you talked about how you're hopeless in Shreveport, my heart sank or whatever because I felt that way as well. However, I was instantly gratified because you don't mean that. You speaking of that because you speaking from the hurt of it. Because if you really truly felt like that, you wouldn't be doing what you're doing about nothing in Shreveport and things of that sort. But you can put your all into it and feel like you're doing nothing at all, and you really be on something like, man, forget it, and it become hopeless. But I would. That's just the pain of it, right? So, like I said, if you really felt like that, you wouldn't even do this. But that's how we fix it. One thing that we got to do, we got to cultivate the black code. We got to get back to the black code. What is the black code? If you black, I can't fuck over you.
Yeah.
I cannot fuck with you
because this slime and shit.
I cannot.
This slime shit.
But we ain't even got to go that deep.
No. That's what they call it, slime and shit.
But we don't have to go that deep even to violence, right? The black code means that although I don't fuck with you, I'm just not gonna fuck over you.
Yeah.
Right. If you black, that means that if I just need to go rob somebody, I'm gonna go to the other neighborhood, and I ain't encouraging that at all. But we should think twice before we have an alt with a black person.
Yeah.
And how do we get that message to quote unquote? I really don't even like characterizing people like this, but I got to, for lack of better terms, street niggas.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Cause
we adopt the same method that they get the violent activity out. See, what happened is they're more relentless than we are, right? We do a couple of podcasts and stuff like that. We only get a couple hundred people tap in and stuff like that, and we feel like ain't nobody listening. We don't want to do it anymore. Them niggas that's talking about murking somebody, it don't matter if they got 100 views or they got 1 million views.
They gonna keep talking about it.
They gonna keep talking about it. They're consistent with their message of violence. We're not consistent with our message of positivity. Shreveport, Louisiana right now has more NFL players in it than any other city in this state.
In the state.
And then
you don't even know it.
In Dallas as well right now. We have more. Why is it that we aren't broadcasting the fact that this Shreveport ought to be the motherfucking hub of NFL players? Yeah. We should be the home of NFL players. We have never had a homecoming. We have never had a parade or a pep rally acknowledging these because all of the ones that's in the NFL, with the exception of motherfucking Dak is from the 318.
Yeah, he's from Harlem.
Why are we not? But all of the rest of them, with the exception of Dak, are from the hood.
Yeah.
From Cedar Grove to Cooper Road.
Allendale.
They're from the same hoods that we talking about. They from Peachtree.
But they don't fuck around here.
But
I ain't gonna say that.
I wouldn't say right because
I don't blame them.
But Green Oaks just got their football team just got all new uniforms, and everybody else is broadcasting that positivity. Yeah. They've been on NBC News and everything else, but we don't broadcast the positivity. I think that's one of the first things that we can do. Yeah. We need to broadcast the positivity. We need to move in love, and we have to. And I admire that about you. You haven't let up. I'm gonna say something, and I'm gonna move the fuck around. I ain't gonna preach it to you, and that's a flaw of mine. That's horrible because in the state that we're in, our people need to hear it more than one time. We have to go back around and things of that sort.
Excuse me.
But I just think that we need to be more vocal about it. What I like about the whole Shanerica situation is that prompted people to be like, okay, I can step up and say something. Like I might get a little backlash, but overall, it can be something positive.
Well, can I play devil's advocate? I feel what y'all saying, and I understand it. You heard me, but I'm from the project. You heard me, and Ain't no NFL players from the city, no basketball players, or none of that shit from the city did a damn thing for us. We had to pay to go to Joe Dumars camp. We had to pay to go to Antoine Jameson camp and that nigga from the Cooper Road. And dig this. You want to know who took care of us? Sister Margaret. The Boys and Girls Club. What's the other name for them? Up here, Stoner.
On Stoner.
Yeah.
The Salvation Army?
And this is, I'm being real. And the reason I'm saying that because once we get organizations like that back within the city, them people showed us, like all those organizations, we was around a lot of black people, so don't think we was around a lot of white people. But it was white people too, but we had events where our whole summer was planned already. Right. You see what I'm saying? And everything was positive.
Right.
And
those things are still here. I'm so sorry. But those same organizations
you got
that you're
Gia,
talking
right?
about, correct.
You got Gia.
However, Gia goes through hell and high water to try and get funding.
That's what I was trying to get to.
Shreveport, Louisiana has almost $1 billion. Mm-hmm. Not a meal. We get almost $1 billion a year in 501c3 money. Now, of course, LSU is included into that. The United Way is included into that. But there is no goddamn way on God's green earth that this city should be getting almost $1 billion in collectively or in one entity, and we don't have a top of the art, some type of after school program for our kids. We have no type of science or any type of interactive learning. Sci-Port is done.
Yeah, it is over with.
It's over with. So the money is already there. What we have to do is even SPAR. Do you know that people don't even know that SPAR is like free and kids can go to all the SPAR centers after school?
Hey man, you know
from
what I mean?
like 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock, and they have all these amazing different initiatives.
I grew up with SPAR.
But the problem is
the children don't want to come outside. They want to play the shooting game.
But though they really do want to come outside, and if the opportunity was more readily available, they would attend it. But what happened is these people who run these programs, they got the money and they getting all the funding, but the people ain't coming to them, and they show as hell not going to the people. So they okay with getting their money and getting funded and not doing the work. But the people, we're just accepting it, and we're just allowing them to sit on the money and not do anything. So we got to be more involved. We have become so, and I'm preaching to everybody else like I'm preaching to myself. We have become so engulfed in what's going on in our four walls to where we've really said, fuck the hood. But what's going on in the hood still directly affects us, although it's not going on in our four walls. Yeah. So we got to start moving in that black code and start moving in family.
Yeah, and I'm with that. You hear me? Like, just believe in ugly. Believe in ugly. I'm going to get us there. Listen. That's why I had seen Charleston White said he had a vision. And I'm like, dog, I didn't have his vision, but I had a fucking vision, dog. And that's why my boy, Free Arbor, Free WAP, that's why one day we was sitting there and he said, you the voice of the ratchet. And I'm like, what? Don't nobody hear me? I'm like, nigga, they hear you. He said they hear you. He said, you the voice of the ratchet. He was like, ain't nothing like you, man. You heard me? And I had that vision. And I just know my mission is to get us there. And want to know why I'm going to get us there? Because I know how to lead by following. Ask her, she'll tell you. I lead by following very well. All I ask is, just take a piece of what I just left and let's roll with it. I don't want to be the captain.
That's another big thing that we need to do. Shreveport has a lot of amazing leaders. We need to, be better educated. I'm so happy you said that earlier. But we got to understand the first rule of leading is to know how to be an effective follower. And we don't want to follow the leader, and we end up that's why it always be a power struggle. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Most of all of the events I'm a part of a whole lot of stuff from Shreveport. And you probably won't even see me at the event, but you will see me before or after cleaning up or picking up or doing something like that. Because just because of the fact that it's not the Dorian show don't mean that it's not work that needs to be done. So we need to all recognize that everybody gonna have a chance to see the spotlight. You know what I'm saying?
Look, y'all, if Dorian called you to come help her don't answer, boy, she be stretched. She'll stretch me the fuck out. I'm dead serious. I swear to God. What up, it's me, your boy LTM Ugly Man, here at Boss Man's in St. Vincent Mall. My boy got my fade looking good for the podcast tonight. Come in the show him, you know what I'm saying, and tell him who it is.
Zay Shaw, you know what I'm saying? Zay Too Smooth, Boss Man, Barber Society, come see me, go us up 24/7. You heard me? Come check us out, Mall St. Vincent.
Mall St. Vincent, man. My boy Zay, you heard me? Come get you a cut, you feel me? Got me looking good. First fade, you heard me? I already boss man, Shreveport, Louisiana, St. Vincent Mall. Come get you a cut, man, by my dog Zay, you heard me? Whoa, well, like thank y'all for fucking with me again. You know what I'm saying? You know, shit don't be my business. I don't give a fuck about it. But it make for good content, you heard me? I want to thank my boy again, Iceberg.
Yes, sir.
You know, I'm the real
look,
Iceberg.
man, I need y'all to come out with us September 22nd at 10 o'clock. We're going to be at Government Plaza. We doing a labor justice rally for Shanerica Flemings, you hear me? I'm out here.
All right, I'm out here, but look. I'm a convicted felon.
Yeah, you can still come.
All right. Let them know who you is. Put your plug-ins and tell them how to find you on all social medias. I call her boss lady.
Hey, y'all. So first of all, thank you very much for allowing me to come out. You guys can follow me on Instagram at The Real D Ford, REEL D Ford, Facebook Dorian Ford, TikTok The Real D Ford as well. Make sure that y'all keep your ear to the street for our Shreveport Family Christmas Festival and Parade. I need all of y'all to be on board. We have an amazing, we got an amazing event this year. We're adding a carnival aspect, so we will have rides, we'll have a petting zoo, we'll have all that going on.
Can I be Santa Claus?
Yes, we definitely need a Santa Claus.
I'll be him.
We're gonna have Santa's workshop going on in Riverview Hall, so it's just gonna be a whole. And that's one of the things that we got to do in Shreveport, right? The whole purpose of this Christmas festival is to bring people together from all walks of life. Our motto, motto for this year is Christmas around Shreveport. So we're encouraging people to come out and be in the parade, but tell us what Christmas means to you. Christmas for my family is passing out gifts. Christmas for your family, y'all might celebrate Hanukkah. But we want everyone to come and show us what Christmas means. If you don't celebrate Christmas, we want you to still come out and say, look, I don't celebrate Christmas.
I'm going out there because there's going to be some hoes out there.
Right. And
It's going to be a mistletoe
Gonna be
out
some
there.
ho.
we're going to have some mistletoes out there.
Oh, shit, dog.
We're going to have the mistletoe for you and the women can come get a kiss.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
I go every year.
Look,
It
I'm
be
get
some
that
hoes.
Vaseline,
Hey.
you know what I'm talking about? Look, I got them
So,
big lips.
Yeah.
It's a family event, and I'm really excited about it because this year we're doing our Light Up the Red initiative. It's the first year for our Light Up the Red initiative, but what that is we are going to, because the parade route is on Clyde Fant, so we are encouraging families and businesses to adopt a spot, and you will get a tree and a spot on Clyde Fant on our parade route, and we're going to have a decorating party. We can come out and decorate your spot to be a part of our parade
There's going to be
route.
some hoes out there.
So it's a whole ordeal. Yes, go on Facebook, the Shreveport Family Christmas Festival, and more information is there. Or just reach out to me. We get y'all plugged right in.
Already, man. Appreciate y'all. Look, forever
Shorty,
stay ratchet.
Get your ugly ass out of them people business.
Hell no, but there was him in them people business.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Ooh-wee.
But fuck with me, you heard me. We'll be back again. We only gonna get bigger and bigger, man. Ratchet for life. You know what I mean?
That ain't our business, but let's talk
Let's
about
talk
it.
about it.
Shorty, why your ugly ass always in people business?